So we have a little break in the rain, and here is how the orchard's going. Everything that I had to plant in here is planted. I may add some banana trees, but for right now, the trees that I wanted planted are planted. The only one that we couldn't get moved over here was the fruit cocktail tree. That thing grew so quick that I'm afraid to move it. I don't think we can get it through the gates, and I don't want to disrupt the root on it because it's so big and it fruited for us last summer. So I just don't want to risk it. So we're going to figure out how to get it into the ground in the actual garden. We haven't figured out how we're going to do it yet, but we're going to try. So far, everything looks okay over here. I did notice right away that my apricot tree did go into shock. When we picked it up, we did not realize that it was already rooted into the ground. So when my husband picked it up, he broke the main root off. So I looked at all these buds here the other day in the rain, and I saw that they're kind of brown and hard. I'm hoping that the tree comes back and comes out of shock, but we'll see. I did order another one just in case, because I really, really like this apricot tree. It's the part that's on my fruit cocktail tree, and these apricots are so good that I just bought a whole tree because I love them. So I'm hoping it comes out of shock. If it doesn't, I have a backup tree. If it does come out of shock, my mom may get an apricot tree. So we'll see how this one goes. I did scrape it. It is still green, but I know that takes time for it to turn brown. But this one so far, I'm a little concerned about. The plum tree, there's a bee. The plum tree is another one I'm concerned about. We did try to dig the roots out on this one, and we got most of the roots out from underneath this one. I didn't even know this one had rooted underneath because it always falls over in the wind. So I didn't know it was rooted, but my husband showed me it was rooted in 2 spots. He did dig the roots out of one, and then he broke the roots on the other side. So I'm hoping this one does okay. This one was not starting to bud yet when we moved it over here. It was still asleep, so I'm not sure if it'll wake up or not. So we'll see. I'm seeing green stems still everywhere. So I don't see too much shock value in 2 weeks. I know it's early. We'll see what happens. But everything else looks pretty good. I mean, the fig tree is still asleep. It does have little green nubs on it still, so we'll keep an eye on it. The peanut butter tree didn't lose a leaf at all. So, yeah, I mean, we did bring part of a raspberry over here because it was connected to one of the trees, and when my husband dug it up, it came up with it. So I just potted it and put it in the back there. That is stressed out. We'll see how that goes. And then I brought the dragon fruit that's way back over there. I'm going to get a trellis and have it grow on the wall back there, since it'll have full sun all the time back there. But yeah, I saw somebody had asked about the big tree in the middle of the yard. That's not going anywhere. We are going to cut this back. This section of the yard gets a lot of sun through the day, so I'm not too worried about that. And I water a ton, so I'm not worried about the root system on the main tree. Taking from these, I do throw fertilizer down. I fertilized all this. Oh, little funny note here. I don't know if anybody's watched my other videos, but we have a strawberry infestation in the garden. And when I brought the apricot tree over here, we now have strawberries over here. These popped up during the rain. So this will likely be infested with strawberries soon too. These are those pine berries. They are like weeds. They grow everywhere. I can't get rid of them. They're blanketed my whole garden. So the neighbors last summer all got strawberries because we gutted the whole garden and gave away hundreds of strawberry plants. But anyway, back to the big tree here. I'm not too worried about the big tree because I put fertilizer down, and I do water a lot, so I'm not super worried about it. and with somebody had mentioned that I had the trees pretty close together. The standard growth separation for these are all semi-dwarfs. And I did get them from Four Wind Gardens, Four Wind Trees. And their standard says 3 to 4 feet you can go. And we did get most of these about, most of them are about 4 to 6 feet apart. Some of them are a little further. I did put some of them over in that section further apart because I'm thinking about putting banana trees over there. So those are a little further apart. But they are to standards, so I have them, it's a 12-foot wide section. So, I mean, they are pretty good enough far apart. I mean, these will be a little closer to the fence, so I'll have to trim them up on the fence line there. But other than that, I mean, we did pretty good. I mean, it's 12 by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet. So, it's a decent sized section that we put in for our orchard. Yeah, so let's hope that these all wake up in about 4 to 6 weeks when we start to warm up. Hopefully we'll warm up soon. And I'll keep you all posted. Bye. Oh, and we're getting more rain too, so tonight. And then we get a little bit of a break. And then we'll be getting more rain. This has been an interesting year for us in SoCal. We don't usually get this, but it's been fun. I love the rain, so it's been fun. I'm happy. All right, bye, y'all.